Here comes 28. Mason's going to drive her wide. There's a shot deflected through some feet of Sorrentino. Now it's pushed up. Dulac's got it. Dulac tries to chip and chase to herself. That's interrupted by the Flyers. D-to-D pass by the Flyers. They're going to try and regain the zone. And they do. Quickly disrupted by Dulac. Simcoe working her way through 3 Flyers. Not able to break free. Flyers turn it back. Mason, good check by her along the boards to push wide. Puck's in the corner. And wraparound attempt. Allens comes across the ice to shut that door. Another shot goes just wide. Puck's in the near corner. Fanned on, ends up on Simcoe's stick. Simcoe, she's got it. Trying to break out. Throws it up out of the zone and offside. Pretty good tempo right out of the gates here. Flyers coach hyping up his team from the sounds of it. Much more vocal than a lot of the coaches. And fresh legs across the board for the Stars. Bucko in to take the draw. She's got Grahovic and Salzburg's on the wings. Isaac and Biederman on point. Flyers are going to regroup in their own zone. Send it up to the neutral zone. Trying to break ahead. Good back check by Salzburg. Kicked all the way down. Biederman's giving chase. Puck's in behind the Stars net. Bucko tries to throw it over to Grahovic. Not quite able to get it out. Ends up on the blue line for the Flyers. They throw it through. Tic-tac-toe right into the far corner. Another shot, deflected puck. Puck's loose at the side of the net. Centering pass, that's disrupted by Bucko. Another centering pass, disrupted by Isaac. Back into the corner. Flyers going to pull it in behind the Stars net. Look to do a wraparound. Salzburg's giving chase now. Salzburg tries to throw it out. Ends up on the Flyers stick. There's the shot through traffic. Deflected off the Biederman right out front. And finds the back of the net. That's a heck of a tough start for the Stars. Really bad deflection off the Biederman. She was hanging her head, knowing full well that found the back of the net. Tough one for Allen.
Yeah, that's one you got to just shake off and get back into it.
Back in the draw, we got Elliott centering. Good to have her back for game number 2 after a long injury. She's centering Stanton and Clark. Flyers have it off the draw. They're going to skate up through the neutral zone. Here come the Flyers. In with some speed, looking to drive around. They do. Backhand, forehand. There's the shot. Allen comes across, makes a save. Pushes the puck into the corner for Andrews. Andrews throws it back to the point. Flyers is another shot through traffic. That's a bouncing puck. On the Clark stick now. Clark trying to skate it into the neutral zone. She's being chased by 4 Flyers. Puck battle ensues right in front of the officiating box. Here comes Elliott. Elliott tries to skate it in. She does. Gets around one defender. Got Stanton out front. Unfortunately, the puck's knocked off her stick. Goes all the way around. Flyers coming out with some speed. 22's got some speed. The second time she's had a skate going down the right wing. Looking to drive in. Centering pass. There's the shot out front. Looked like it was gloved away by Allen. Puck's all the way into the slot again. There's another shot.
Nicely, let's go!
Clark with a big block. Puck's loose out front. Another loose puck. Scramble in front of the net. 2 loose pucks. Flyers jump out to a quick 2-0 lead here. 2 minutes and 47 seconds into the first period. Zakaria's in to take the draw. She's got Gagne on left. Looks like Dulac on right. Sorrentino, Mason on point. Here comes the Stars. Zakaria looks for a centering pass. Finds Dulac. Dulac with the shot just wide. Zakaria looks to make a quick backhand move. Tries to center it. Couldn't get it out front. Flyers dump it all the way down, and that should be an icing call. And it is. Well, Michael, let's see if we can get our girls to settle a little bit. Playing a little bit with urgency, but not quite looking composed as they usually are.
Yeah, just shake off the jitters, get back into the game that they know how to play. They got a familiar line out here from earlier in the season, so looks like coach is changing it up again.
Zakaria in for the draw. Looks to win it. Battle ensues, ends up in the far corner. Flyers try to chip it out. Zakaria's right on it. Gagne finding her way to the front of the net. Mason, good job to hold it in on the point. Throws it in deep over Gagne. Gagne, she picks it up. Centering pass right out front to block it away by the goaltender. Ends up on the near half wall. Flyers chip it up through the neutral zone. Coming down with some speed, trying to drive around Shortino. She's not having it. Makes the check. Puck looses out front. Here comes Gagne, trying to pick it up through the middle. She does. She's going to hustle all the way down. We got Dulac going to the front of the net. Good hustle by Gagne. Forces a forecheck hard into the boards. She gets up. She's all right. Puck spits out into the neutral zone now. Couple quick moves by Zakaria. Zakaria's going to try to drive in here. Looks to cut through. Gets through. Shot. Kind of soft one off the goaltender into the far corner. All the way around. Mason's going to hold his own. Good hustle by Mason to get there. And she uses her glove. The Flyers able to break out. Gagne is absolutely flying this shift both ways. Forecheck, back check. Bouncing puck. Shortino able to bang that away. Zakaria, she's got it now. Needs some fresh legs across the boards for the Stars. Been a long shift. Zakaria's going to drive this in. She's getting some new fresh legs to help. Trip, but she gets back up. Good stick handling. What composure by Zakaria. Takes the shot. Loose puck for Gorhovic and a goal! What a fantastic effort by the girls. Zakaria at the end of a long shift was absolutely gassed. Worked her way up the ice. Gets tripped. Still stick handles the puck from her legs. Ends up getting it all the way through. Gets back up on her feet, 2 more backhands, throws it on net, and Gorhovic picks up the loose trash out front to make it a 2-1 hockey game. Great bounce back goal and a hard-working shift. Here's the draw, ends up back on Biederman. Biederman on her backhand, looks to clear it up. She's trying to find Gorhovic, ends up into the neutral zone. Here comes the Flyers, they're gaining the zone, 3-on-2 unfolding. They just shoot it in deep, send it in behind the net. Flyers, centering pass, bouncing puck out front. Mia Isaac there to clear it away. Here comes Salzburg. She's got Bucko breaking out, tries to find Bucko. Cross-ice pass, they gain the zone, but Flyers quickly interrupt it, bring it back the other way. Biederman now, Biederman on the point. Tries to clear it up, gets it up to the neutral zone. Bucko chips to chase. Bucko's got some speed. Let's see if she can get around this defender. Salzburg able to disrupt that pack in the neutral zone. Here's a centering pass. Tries to find Gorhovic. Not quite able to. Biederman steps up to hold his own. Little check from behind on Biederman. No call on that. They'll let it play. Here comes Bucko. Bucko. She picks it up from the point. Tries to skate it up. Gets it to Salzburg. Salzburg gains the zone now. Salzburg. She's tripped up. On to Gorhovic. Gorhovic trying to drive in. Multiple girls taking a turn trying to get that in. Flyers able to turn it back the other way, and they're going to dump it all the way down. Isaac has some time, picks it up behind her net. Has a look, throws it off the wall into the neutral zone. Tries to pick up Salzburg and does. Salzburg, good stick by Salzburg. She creates some space. Going down, she's driving the net. She's got Bucko. There's the shot from Salzburg. A little bit high backhand. It's off the back of the net. Still an opportunity. There's a centering pass by Bucko. Not able to get it out front. Lafleur steps up. She holds the zone. Flyers. Bucko still pressuring. Clark's on it now. Clark pressuring. Fresh legs coming in for the Stars. Stars with some urgency now. Bucko, she steps up, holds the zone, dumps it in behind. The net all the way around. Andrews on the left point, looking to hold his zone. Flyers trying to get it out. They do. They chip it all the way down. Foot race now between Lafleur and the Flyers player, and that'll be an icing call with 6:15 left here in the first. Well, as we talked about, Michael, that was a lot of Flyers early. Girls got their jitters down, and they really have been pressuring hard ever since that second goal.
Yeah, they look good. They're moving the puck around. They're getting it out in front of the net. I think that's going to give them the confidence to say, hey, we can do this.
Here's a draw. Stanton takes a shot. We got Clark on the right wing, Stanton left wing, Elliott center. Puck's in the far corner. Puck battle between 4 players over there. The puck's loose. Clark's using her leverage, gets it out to Elliott. Here comes Elliott from the corner, looking for a shot. There's a shot, tries to find that top corner just a little bit high. Spits out into the neutral zone. Lafleur's on it now. Lafleur tried to break that up. Puck spits down. The Flyers are going to draw it into the near half wall. Centering pass to Andrews. Andrews able to clear it out of harm's way. And they get it into the neutral zone while the Flyers were on a line change, and the Flyers dump it all the way back into their own zone. There's a clearing attempt. Ends up right on the stick of Simcoe. Simcoe not quite able to handle that, but it's quick to regain on the back check. Here comes the Flyers now, 3-on-2. Mason, solid job by her. Oh, that's picked up again by the Flyers. They throw it through the crease, just out of the reach of Lafleur. Stanton's on it. Simcoe. Strong battle in the corner. Flyers end up coming out with it. They try to spit it back to the point, and they're due. There's a shot from the point. Blocker saved by Allen, kicked off to the corner. Zakaria tries to get it out. Not quite able to. Another shot from the point, off the stick of Simcoe. Flyers able to hold his own again. Here's an opportunity, high slot, wide open. There's the shot, top left corner. And after a puck battle's out front, puck spits out perfectly to the D person. She steps up, wide open in the slot with all kinds of time and space, and she made no mistake on that top right-hand corner. Both teams playing with a lot of urgencies. I think both the coaches want to see them settle down a little bit, maybe get into some of their systems, a bit more control. Puck comes back. Here's Zakaria. Zakaria, she tries to step up. Looking to drive through. Kicks that to the back point. Got a neutral zone batter. Now it comes back to the neutral zone. Flyers looking to make some moves. There are a few of the girls on the Flyers team, great hands and good speed. And we got an offside here with 4:21 left in the first.
Let's go, Stars.
Zakaria centering Gagne and Simcoe. We got Mason and Shortino on the point. There's a draw. Won by the Flyers, but it's kicked over to Simcoe. Simcoe's got it now. Simcoe tries to drive up the ice. She's checked. Now it's picked up by Mason. Mason also trying to drive up, not quite able to gain the zone. Puck's in the feet of Gagne. Out to Zakaria. Flyers able to slowly then nudge her way into the Stars' end. Puck battle right in front of the Stars' bench. Gagne's got it. She comes out of the scrum, throws it across ice, not quite able to get it out, and there's an offside call. No shot clock at the rink here. I think we need to get somebody on our score bug.
Oh, yeah.
We'll bring him up later. There's a draw. Ends up spitting into the Star zone. Allen with the save. Biederman tries to clear it out. Puck's loose out front. Isaac's got it now. Biederman's going to regroup. She tries to throw it up to the half wall to find Grahovic. Not quite able to. Puck ends up in the far corner. Good stick by Biederman to check that. Throwing up. Here comes Grahovic. Almost gets break free. Puck ends loose out front. Another loose puck. Allen with a couple saves. Another loose puck. Another loose puck. We got a scramble out front. We got a dog pile. We got people and bodies everywhere. There's no whistle, and it's finally drawn out of there. And here comes Salzburg. I haven't seen a mad scramble in a crease for that duration like that in a long time, Gagne. Here we are. Puck stayed out of the net. Stars able to regroup with 3 minutes left here in the first. Let's see if we can get a late goal. All the way down behind the Flyers' end. They're regrouping behind their net. Good forecheck by Grahovic. Puck spits all the way back, and Bucko's going to pick that up. She sends it over to Salzburg. Salzburg's got it. She's looking to drive wide. She's checked. She's got 3 Flyers hassling her. She's able to kick it over to Grahovic, though. Grahovic's on it now. Has a look. Grahovic, chip and chase by her, dumps it deep. Flyers trying to break their way out. Puck ends up back on Bucko's stick. Now on to Grahovic. Here's a Grahovic. There's a shot through traffic. That's high. Just a little bit wide. It's going to come all the way back to Isaac on the point now. Flyers able to kick it into the neutral zone. We got a 2-on-2 unfolding. Good back check by Grahovic to break that up. Flyers are going to regain again. Here's an opportunity for Salzburg. She goes back the other way. She's got 3 Flyers on her, though. Stars looking to get some fresh legs, and the Flyers will dump it all the way down for a whistle with 1:50 left here in the first. A lot of action here, Michael. Been a good pace, good hockey.
Yeah.
I have confidence our ladies can play with these Flyers. There is some skill and talent on the Flyers team, but we have the same. Well, let's play some hockey, girls. There's the draw. Back to the point. Andrews now. Andrews with the shot through traffic. Wide open opportunity. And we got a goal from Stanton as she makes no mistake on the rebound. What a great play. Clean face-off win. Ends up coming back to Andrews. Andrews takes the shot, fires it on net. Goalie kicks out a rebound, and Stanton steps up, buries it. We got a 3-2 hockey game. There's another opportunity. Here comes the Flyers. They're driving in. Good stick by Lafleur to break that up. Ends up in the high slot. Another drop pass by the Flyers. There's a shot through traffic. Batted away by Lafleur into the corner. Comes up now to Stanton. Stanton tries to break it out. Getting harassed by the Flyers. Now it's onto the Flyers stick. Here comes the Flyers. Another high slot opportunity. There's the shot. That's high. Over the net. Andrews tries to break it out. Almost gets it over to Clark. Not quite able to. Flyers, they're driving in, driving wide now. Here comes Porter. Porter, number 22, with some speed. Looking for the move. And she fakes the pass out front. Unfortunately, got Allen to bite and then tucked in a rebound at top speed. That's a tough one for the Stars. They're hoping for that late goal. .101 left here in the first. There's the draw. Simcoe, not quite able to win it. Gets it back to Mason. She's going to send that to Dulac. Dulac throws it in deep. Here's 22 Porter, the goal scorer. She's moved that puck quite a few times this game already. She does have some wheels. Here comes the Flyers now. Flyers driving wide, number 16. There's the shot through traffic. Allen with the save. She'll cover that up. Quick bat by the Flyers. Shortino on it. Not having much of that. Good to see Shortino stepping in there. We got Simcoe centering Gagne and Dulac. Mason and Shortino on point. Here comes Simcoe. Tries to drive one up the ice. Was looking for a late goal. Flyers are going to regain that. Here comes the Flyers. There's a shot into the far corner. 30 seconds on the clock. Flyers gaining control in the corner. Come out with the battle. There's a centering pass. Goes right through the crease. Puck still loose. Ends up in behind. Near corner. Simcoe's got it. Simcoe skates right out front. Not sure. Oh, there we go. There's another shot and a goal. Fortunately, that's our third goal right in the high slot. A tough finish to this period for the girls, right when they had some momentum to make it 3-2. Flyers answer with two quick goals, 6 seconds left on the clock. Simcoe looking to win the draw. Ends up on the Flyers stick. Dulac trying to regroup. Puck's in deep. Five-goal period for the Stars. Allen's going to have to shake this off and start fresh here, period number 2. All in all, not a bad period of hockey by way of momentum. Lots of urgency on both parties, and unfortunately, Flyers with a couple of quick late goals there. It's taking this from what could have been a 3-2 hockey game coming into the second to a 5-2 hockey game.
Yeah, unbelievable amount of action so far. 7 goals in one period. I mean,
yeah,
that's like a whole game's worth of goals. But hopefully the girls can shake it off. I feel bad for Allen. Just got pummeled from the slot, right? 2 or 3 times right out there. So.
Yeah, tough one right from that opening deflection off Biederman. And then, again, 3 goals, high slot. She definitely will want that wraparound back. That was a good move by number 22. Fake the pass out front.
Me out too.
Yeah, I thought it was a pass, and Allen bit, and then she just continued at a high tempo around the net. Yeah.
And that's not easy to do either, because you've got the momentum going on the back of the net.
Yeah. Mason's giving Allen a pep talk. That's good to see. Great teammate action there. Mia Isaac as well, giving her a pep talk. All right, ladies, fresh start, period number 2. Let's see a 5-2 the opposite way, hey? Here's our time. Bucko's in to take the draw. She's got Grahovic and Salzburg on wing. Flyers win it. Biederman and Isaac on point. Biederman throws it back up into the neutral zone. Flyers send it right back on a Biederman stick. That'll be an offside. Ref wants another call.
Right back to center.
Bucko, clean win, gets it back to Biederman. Ends up into the Flyers zone. Bucko, solid pressure there. Grahovic helping too. Flyers just barely able to get it out, but Biederman able to hold it. Bucko trying to swat it back the other way. Back on the Biederman stick. Back and forth they go. Bouncing puck. Ends up onto Salzburg stick. Here comes the Flyers. Flyers break it in 3-on-2. Grahovic back checking. Biederman pushes wide. Flyers have it in the near corner. They try to fire back to D, and they get it there. Back to the Flyers' point. There's a shot through traffic off the skate of Bucko. Good job by her to disrupt that. There's another shot. Block attempt deflected. Ends up going wide. Isaac's on it now. Isaac. She tries to throw it out. That's chipped out beautifully by Salzburg. Salzburg and Grahovic 2-on-1. Or not, sorry, they're both forechecking. Trying to cause some pressure. Flyers forced to throw it away, and they do. Chipped out now. Here's an opportunity. Here's a break. Salzburg wide open in the slot. Takes a shot. Deflected off the goalie and a wide netted opportunity. Grahovic's on it now. Grahovic trying to center it. Isaac steps up, takes a shot. That's deflected off his skate. Bucko's turn now. Bucko grabs it in the near corner. Tries to get it out. Flyers regroup. Here comes the Flyers. Biederman steps up to break out that. Puck spits out over into Salzburg's stick. Salzburg coming in. She's got 2 defenders. Takes the shot. There's a save. Picks up her own rebound. Takes another shot. Good job by Salzburg keeping the pressure down there with a 1-on-3 on her part. Forechecking is Elliott. She comes in, disrupts it. On to Salzburg's stick again. There's another shot and a goal! What a beautiful play. Starting off with a hard-working effort and forecheck by Elliott against the far corner. She spits it out onto Salzburg's stick. Salzburg tries to get the shot off. Not quite able to, but it ends up being an absolutely perfect pass onto Grahovic's stick. She puts it in the net.
Yeah, and that's Grahovic's second, where she was in the right place at the right time. Great teamwork.
All right. Clark's working hard. She gets it back. Andrews able to hold it. Back onto Clark. And we got an offside call. Elliott in to take the draw again. She pushes it forward. They gain the zone. Flyers able to kick it right back out into the neutral zone, though. Here comes the Flyers. Lafleur's going to push 88 wide. Flyers throw it toward the net. Ends up in behind. Andrews is there. She kicks it up onto the point. They send it back deep. In behind the net again. Flyers, they look to clear it out. They get it back to the point. There's a shot from the point. That's picked up onto the stick now into the neutral zone. And Flyers kick it back in for an offside. Sorry, folks, just a little technical difficulty in the booth here. We're wrapped.
Get back on it.
All right. Here we go. Elliott. There's a shot from Elliott. Bouncing puck out front. Andrews is going to step up and hold the zone. There's a shot from Andrews. It goes wide. Stanton's going to pick it up in the corner. Stanton still has it. Being harassed, but working through it. Elliott now centering pass. Comes all the way across. Near half wall. They look to clear it. Andrews, good job stepping up, holding the zone. Takes a shot. Flyers able to break that up. Andrews has it. Waits for her teammates. They all touch up, and she fires it right back down. Here goes Elliott forechecking. Flyers come around their own net with some speed. Simcoe and Dulac step out as fresh legs for the Stars. Here comes the Stars, or Flyers, sorry. They throw it in behind the net. Lafleur's got it now. Lafleur. She tries to fire it up. Not quite able to. Salzburg Another move by Salzburg, or sorry, Dulac. Dulac driving down the left wing. She's getting 2 Flyers though on her and checked hard. Number 22 again with some wheels. She throws it all the way up, ends up onto Andrews' stick. Andrews puts it right back into the offensive zone. Dulac's giving chase, but that'll be an icing call against the Stars with 9:06 left here in the second. Fresh legs on the point for the Stars with Shortino. Mason coming out. We got Zakaria centering Dulac and Simcoe. Here's the draw. One clean. Picked up by Mason. Mason tries to get it up. She does. Now it's still chipping out. Stars not quite able to gain the momentum they wanted through the neutral zone. Zakaria regains it now, though. Here comes Zakaria. She's driving around one player, driving around 2 players. She's got Dulac going to the front of the net. Zakaria to her backhand, looking to do a centering pass. There it is, centering pass. Puck shoots to the side of the net. And it's covered up by the Phillies goaltender for a whistle. And wholesale change on the offense for the Stars with Bucko coming out with Grahovic and Gagne. Here's the draw with Bucko. Won by the Flyers. They look to kick it out to the point. It's deflected. Mason holds it in. Puck's on the half wall. Up again. Flyers able to chip it out. 2-on-1 coming the other way. Here comes the Flyers. Coming in Shortino. Shortino driving the Flyer player very wide into the far corner. Great defense by her to break that up and to make sure there's no shots off. Shortino looks to throw it up around the side, and it ends up clipping the net. Holding the booth monitor like a bit of a baby in my in the booth here. I got to put this down, Michael. It's distracting me. Rocket it. All right. Here's the draw, and it ends up into the neutral zone. Flyers come back, regroup again. Lead pass. Flyers gain the zone. They throw one on net. Allen just kicks it off into the corner. It's on the near half wall now. Grahovic's on that wall with Bucko. They get it up to Gagne. Gagne throws it into neutral zone. She's flying today. Been hustling both ways, working hard. Offside call, courtesy of the pressure of Gagne there, forcing a quick unnecessary pass. Elliott back out onto centers. Stanton and Clark. Back onto Biederman's stick. She throws it up the ice, hits Clark in the head, and unfortunately that little delay caused an offside. Clark's all right though, taking it like a champ right off the center of her mask. I'm sure Schaefer and Allen can give her some tips on what pucks off the head feel like. Elliott in for the draw again. Won by the Flyers. They try to fire it up, ends up on the stick of Biederman. Biederman tries to throw it up. Flyers able to stop that puck. We got a battle near boards. Got 4 players in there. Clark comes out with it, and then the Flyers get it back, but now it's all the way over to Stanton. Stanton's got it on her backhand, tries the lead pass up to Clark. Flyers regroup, but they give it right back to Isaac. Flyers have it again. Flyers now 3-on-2 entering the zone. Here comes the Flyers down the right wing. Good stick by Isaac to poke check there. Flyers regain. Isaac checks again.
Go to the puck.
Elliott's got it. Well, we've got a penalty coming up against the Flyers. Allen's got to get to the net here. There's the opportunity. Stanton's coming up.
Let's go straight. Keep it.
And we're going to see our first power play opportunity here in favor of the Stars with 6:54 left. Let's see if we can make this a 5-4 hockey game there, Michael. Girls playing a little bit more structured this period. I think Coach settled them down. We had a lot of frantic play in that first period. All right, in for the draw. Zakaria. She got Simcoe on right, Dulac on left. Dulac's got the puck, centering pack by Dulac. Ends up on the Flyer stick. Here comes that 22. Again, she's got some wheels. Working her way up ice. She works around 2 or 3 of her defenders. Now she tries a centering pass. That puck's loose. Ends up in the near corner. Flyers able to hold the zone. Mason's giving pressure there. So Zakaria There's a centering pass, deflected. 2 shots by the Flyers. Solid saves by Allen coming across crease. Puck triples through on their 4th attempt on that. And they're finally able to put it home as a shorthanded goal. Another tough one. Allen had first 2 saves at the side of the net, 3rd one out front, and finally that 4th shot.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like she was ready for it. She'd gotten on that side, too.
Here comes Bucko. Bucko driving in. Let's see if the Stars can get one back here. There's a shot from Bucko. That's deflected into the far corner. Salzburg's got it. Centering pass from Salzburg. That's broken up. Here comes Bucko again. Centering pass. There it is. Loose puck out front. And the Flyers goalie quick to jump on that. And whistled down. 41 seconds left here on the power play. Bucko in for the draw. We got Andrews. Lafleur on point. There's Salzburg. Good body position by her. Comes out front. Tries a centering pass. Almost puts a beautiful one on the tape of Grahovic. Good heads up effort by her, but it's broke up by the Flyers. Flyers back the other way now. They come in behind the net. Ends up all the way over to Andrews. Andrews, lead pass up. Ends up on that number 22 in Porter. Lead pass by Porter. Sent into the near corner. Andrews has it. She throws it up the wall. Porter able to hold the zone. Bucko, she's on it. Now it ends up on the stick of Lafleur. Lafleur, lead pass off the boards to Salzburg. Salzburg drives down the left wing. Here comes Salzburg with some speed. She's checked, trying to get around 2 to Flyer defenders. Bucko's there to help right away. Or Grahovic, sorry. Lafleur, cross ice pass to Andrews. Andrews gets it up to Grahovic. Grahovic tries to throw it in. Flyers regroup. Lead pass, outlet pass to the far right wing. 3-on-2 unfolding. Flyers elect to just dump it in, give chase. Andrews there though. She throws it off the wall. Odd deflection. Ends up getting by Grahovic. Comes all the way down. The Flyers are going to regroup in their own end with 4:48 left here in the second. Flyers gain the neutral zone. They chip it in for another chase, but Lafleur's there this time. Lafleur, she finds it up to Salzburg. Salzburg, lead pass up to Zakaria. Zakaria, she's breaking in. Zakaria's got some speed. Gets around, tried to get around 2 defenders. Not able to split the D. Puck comes all the way back to Lafleur. Lafleur throws it up to Salzburg. Salzburg should have gained the zone. Tries a centering pass. Nobody home, though. Flyers look to clear it out, but that's held in by Grahovic. Grahovic, she's got it again. Another centering pass. Now Zakaria's there. Flyers able to relieve the pressure and get it out into the neutral zone. Andrews throws it right back down, and that'll be, unfortunately, an icing just because it was just out of the reach of Zakaria, and it'll come back down for a defensive zone draw with exactly 4 minutes left here in the second. 3-goal deficit for the Stars. Zakaria in on the draw. There's the draw. Ends up in the near corner. Zakaria's going to pick it up behind our net. Drives around one defender. Looks to come for her skate. She's trying to get up ice. Shakes off another defender. Falls, but she gets it up to Gagner. Gagner's got Mia Isaac with her. There's the shot in. Isaac now. She's on it. Gagner's there. Shot from Gagner from the side of the crease. Puck's loose out front. Mason steps up to hold it in. Mason with the shot through traffic. Bouncing puck. Isaac and Zakaria out front. Shortino steps up. There's a shot from Shortino. It's wide. Zakaria's going to pick it up now. She tries to get it out. Mason not quite able to hold it in. Puck comes all the way down. Shortino in pursuit of the Flyers pair. Ends up behind the Stars net. Centering pass through traffic back to the point. There's the shot from 22. Allen with the save. Gagner trying to get it out. And does. 3 minutes left here in the second. Coach breaking up the lines a little bit. He's got Isaac playing offense right now, trying to create some offense. Isaac picks it up on the far half wall. Oh, we got a Flyers player that's down. I didn't see that one unfold. Michael, did you?
No, I didn't. I just saw the aftermath, unfortunately.
What happened there,
There
Brendan?
was just a collision between her and Serafina, and she was holding her head. I think the collision was just a nice hockey play. It may have hit her head on the ice. I'm not sure.
Teammates obviously around supporting. Coach doing a good job being thorough here, not wanting to move her unless he's feeling like it's appropriate. I just realized too there we've got number 22 Porter and this is number 23 Porter, so maybe some sisters on the team.
Interesting, yeah.
Or cousins or just happen to be randomly Porters. So but good news, this number 23 Porters is on her feet. And there's number 22 Porter. To the Stars lineup, we've got Elliott coming out to center, Clark and Stanton. Mason and Shortino on the point. Stanton, one of our goal scorers today. Elliott with a great assist on a play earlier as well. See if these girls can make something happen here with 2:44 left in the second. Flyers gain the neutral zone, but Stars quickly on it. Here comes Mason. Mason looks to dump it in, pushes it deep. Clark's in pursuit with Elliott. Porter picks it up behind the net. Makes a quick back move. Here comes that Porter. 4-on-2 unfolding. Number 22 has some wheels. We've talked about this. She's driving wide. Shortino pushing her really deep. Ends up doing a full course all the way behind the net. Shortino tracking her the whole way. Comes across to the far D. There's the shot through traffic. Bouncing puck. Allen with the initial save. And the rebound's put home by the Flyers. That'll make it 7-3 with 2:09 left here in the second. Krahovic on the draw. Salzburg on right wing. Gagne on left wing. Lead pass up to Philly. Philly looking to gain the zone. LaFleur breaks that up. Puck ends up in behind the Stars net. Flyers are on it. Quickly pursued by LaFleur. Kicks it over to the near corner. Centering pass onto LaFleur's stick. Able to break that up. Ends up on the point of the Flyers. There's a shot through traffic. Allen with the save off into the corner. Deflected puck. There's the shot. Attempt. Ends up on the point with the Flyers. Block shot by Grahovic. Puck ends up going in behind the Stars net. Flyers now centering pass. Allen with the save. Puck spits into the neutral zone. Good pressure by Grahovic. Grahovic picks it up, trying to shake these Flyers off. Stanton's into support now. They gain the zone. 1:18 left here in the second. Flyers coming back the opposite direction. They dump it in deep. Andrews on it now. Andrews, she looks to send it up. Gets it onto Salzburg's stick. Salzburg's got Gagne with her. It's a 2-on-3 though. Salzburg decides to drive it into the zone. Trailing player is Grahovic. Good job by Grahovic. She's in the high slot. Centering pass to Grahovic. There's the shot. Good vision by Salzburg to find Grahovic there. Not quite able to hit the net with that shot though. Here comes the Flyers. 2-on-1 the other way. Coming in on Andrews. There's the Flyers. There's the shot. That's high and wide. Ends up in the near corner. 88's got it for the Flyers. Andrews quick to get on that. Break it up. There's the puck spit loose. And ends up on the Flyers. There's an opportunity in the slot again. There's the shot. Good stick by Biederman to get there on time and deflect it up into the netting. 23.4 seconds left here in the second. 7-3 hockey game. But a 2-1 period, Michael. If we break it down that way.
Yeah, that's true. Looks like big numbers, but
Yeah.
It's been a 2-1 period.
It's a 2-1 period. Puck ends up on the draw back to the point of the Flyers. They look to get the shot across. Outlet pass to the wing. Biederman steps up. Simcoe's there to help. Here comes Simcoe. 14 seconds on the clock. She's revving herself down the right wing. Drives around her defender. She's got Zakaria with her. There's Simcoe. There's the shot. Blocker save. This puck spits right through the crease. Back the other direction now. Here comes the Flyers. They dump it deep, and that should kill the clock off here. Thought we were going to get away with a late goal there, Michael. Didn't quite get there.
I thought so.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, folks, looks like we're going to see a goaltending change here. Schaefer coming in for Allen. Sometimes you see that. Actually, you see it in the NHL a lot. One of the tenders in the NHL got left in for 9 spot. And when a game like this is unfolding the way it is, and probably a couple Allen wants back, but a lot of those goals were high slot opportunities and just tough to keep us in the game. So
Yeah, second, third attempts, rebounds.
yep. So Schaefer will come in and finish off the third period here. I know Allen won't like that. She's the kind of gal that wants to stay in even if it's 14. She's like, let me battle through.
Yeah.
But I think back to goals for against and sharing the load. And sometimes it's a good message to the team too. Let's pick it up, ladies. Zakaria out to center. Dulac and Simcoe. Isaac and Biederman on point. 7-3 hockey game. 13 minutes to make it a 8-7 in favor of the Stars. Let's go, ladies. There's the draw. Simcoe gains it off the draw. Driving wide. Looking to step up. Drives around 2 players. There's the shot. Puck's loose. Goaltender able to freeze that. Zakaria on the draw again. Puck's held in. Simcoe, couple moves. There's Simcoe. There's the backhand. It goes wide. Dulac's on it now. Dulac in the far corner. Dulac able to hold his zone. Centering pass through the crease. No one able to bang it home though. Flyers. They look to step up. They fire it down. Flyers gain the zone, ends up in behind the net of the Stars. Picked up by Isaac. Isaac. She looks to come out. She kicks it back. Zakaria now. Zakaria in behind the net. Driving through, just about breaks free, yeah. Battle ensues along the boards in front of the Stars bench. Zakaria still trying to get it out of there. Finally able to gain it. She's got 4 Flyers on her though. Gains the zone. And the Flyers regroup in their own end here. Here comes the Flyers. Porter, number 22, with wheels as usual, working her way up the ice. Couple moves, there's the shot. Schaefer with the save. Kicks it off to the side. Good to see her get a quick save early in this period. Tough to come off the bench after sitting there for 2 full periods. So nice warm-up shot for her. And Stars able to come out here. Dulac, lead pass. Tried to find Bucko. That's broken up by the Flyers though. Bucko battles. Yeah, worked her way through it to hold the zone. Good hustle by her. Mason, she throws it up to Salzburg. Salzburg tries to gain the zone. Here comes the Flyers. They send it in deep. Mason's in pursuit, but we've got another Flyers. Flyers on the near far corner, sorry. Puck ends up loose in behind the Stars net. Loose right out front. Puck trickling through the crease. Fortunately, cleared out of harm's way by the Stars. That was a dangerous bounce. Salzburg picks it up on the backhand. Here she goes. She's knocked down, but stick handles from her knees. Not giving up on that puck. Puck ends up out. Here comes the Flyers. They gain the zone. Good stick by Mason to check that Flyer player. Otherwise, that could have been a beautiful scoring opportunity. Here comes the Flyers. Number 22 again. Porter making her way up, driving left, driving right. Looks to the deuce. There's a centering pass. Finds it. Just about sends one home, and Flyers not quite able to get the shot off. Here we're at the side of the crease. Here's the Flyers centering pass through the crease. No one there. And Stars able to relieve some pressure after 2 or 3 quality opportunities by the Flyers. Flyers throw it in deep. They're in pursuit. They're going to wave off icing. Shortino's in a puck battle in the far corner. Shortino gets there first. Good body position by her to gain control of the puck. She gets it over to the near half wall. Just out of the reach of Stanton, though. Mason's there now. Mason. She's tripped up. Working her way through. Gets some help from Bucko. Now comes up to Stanton. Stanton tries to clear it out. It's on the point. Thrown through traffic. Side of the net. And it goes right through the crease. The Flyers almost tuck home their 8th of the game there. That was a really close one that trickled right in behind Schaefer. Here comes Porter. Porter, a couple of moves. Left and right, backhand, forehand. Doesn't like what she sees, regroups. Decides to take it into the corner. Flyers not quite able to hold the zone. They're going to whistle that down for an offside. Tell you what, Michael, I've actually been impressed with that number 22 from the Flyers. What I like the most is she's a highly skilled player, but she's constantly looking for her teammates.
Exactly.
She's looking for that pass, and she can very easily take the shot and score. She demonstrated already this game.
Yeah.
But her head's up. She's looking for her teammates. She creates time and space for them with how quick she is. She'll be a threat that I hope to see this team again here as we work our way through the finals. And I know our girls are able to neutralizing threats like that because we just did it against the Brahmas with 2 players that are really good puck movers as well.
Exactly.
Defensive zone draw here. We got Elliott out, centering Clark and Stanton. We got LaFear and Andrews on point. Draws one by the Stars, but regained by the Flyers. Flyers throw it in behind the net. Puck's loose. Still trickling loose. LaFear steps up. She grabs it. She gets it over to Stanton. Stanton now. She's looking to break it out. Tries to throw it up. And it's coming all the way down to the Flyers now. 8:28 left here in the third. Stars are gonna have to start with some pressure and maybe take some risks here to see if they can get back in this game. 4-goal deficit. 8 minutes left. Here's an opportunity for Stanton. Good forecheck by her. Elliott steps up to help now. Flyers able to break that up, though. They skated into the neutral zone. Coming back the other way. Here comes number 4 from the Flyers. They fire it in deep. Number 88 now. There's a shot. Through traffic. Puck's loose out front. And they send it across. Andrews is going to pick that up. Andrews has a bit of time. Elects to skate it. She brings it up through the neutral zone. Chips it in. Not able to get it all the way down. And that'll be an offside call, as Andrews wasn't quite able to touch up on time with a quick stick by Simcoe. Zakaria. There's the draw. It's won by the Flyers. They get it up into the neutral zone. They throw it deep. Biederman, she's back in pursuit as the Flyers player. Biederman throws it up, finds the stick of Simcoe. Simcoe not quite able to get it out. Zakaria neither. Dulak's turn. Dulac, she gets it up into the neutral zone. Zakaria's got it. Zakaria's going to drive in. She's having a look. Cuts left, cuts right. Now it ends up on the stick of Dulac. Dulac takes a shot. And unfortunately not quite able to get the strength of her that she's capable of as she was tripped up as she was going to shoot there. Flyers tender freezes that for a whistle.
Hey, those sometimes dribble in.
100%.
You know? Tender expects an actual shot, and then it just kind of...
Or get a good rebound to bang home.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Zakaria's in for the draw. We're getting a defensive change, though. Power play opportunity for the Stars. Clean win. Back to the point. Mason. Here's Mason. There's a shot from Mason. Deflected. Blocked out front, though. Puck still loose out front. In the high slot. Simcoe regains it. Simcoe, centering pass. Finds Zakaria. Zakaria takes the shot. She tries to get it home. And Flyers able to get it back over to Isaac. Isaac finds Simcoe. Simcoe, couple moves by her. She's driving wide. She's got Zakaria out front. She's got Dulac right high slot. Simcoe has a look, skates it all the way around, fires the wraparound in and finds the back of the net. Good job by Simcoe. Picks it up, comes around, looks at her options. Flyers were plugging up the passing lanes. Decides to hold, patiently waits, finds the back of the net, and even thought the goaltender was looking for the pass there as well. Zakaria on the draw. It's won by the Flyers. Now Zakaria regains it. 3-goal deficit, 6:35 left here. See if the Stars can battle their way back in this. Dulac, good stick by her. She's working hard in the neutral zone, gains the zone, looking to drive wide. She's got Simcoe going to the net. She's harassed, and the puck ends up spitting in the near corner. Zakaria on it again. Lead pass. Finds the stick of the Flyers. Here comes the Flyers the other way. Shortino back checking. Flyers with a couple quick moves. There's the shot. That's high and wide. Ends up in the far corner. There's a loose puck on the half wall. And it spits out to Simcoe. Simcoe, she tries to drive around. Ends up on Dulac's stick. Dulac's got some time. She's going to skate it up. 1-on-1 against Porter. Here comes Dulac. There's a shot. Blocked by Porter. Porter tries to come back the other way. Dulac quickly on it, so Simcoe. Here comes the Flyers now. They gain the neutral zone. Duke's taking straight up on Zakaria. Tries a centering pass. Ends up going into the far corner. Now it's all the way back around. Back onto Duke's sticks. Duke looks to bring it out front. It's deflected high off the corner of the post. Dulac able to get into the neutral zone. Coach wants a change. He's asking the ladies to move their legs a bit more. He wants to see some sense of urgency on those line changes. Here comes Salzburg. Salzburg's checked from behind. No call. Grahovic's in to help now. Flyers able to kick it into cross ice. Bucko's quickly on that. Bucko using good body position to gain possession. Flyers regroup though. And they send it in deep. Lafiere's going to give chase, but Andrews will pick it up. Here's Andrews. Andrews tries the lead pass. Not quite able to get that pass off. She looks to throw it up. There's a shot. Lafiere breaks that up in front of the net. Salzburg. She throws it into the neutral zone. It's going to come down. Pass up into the neutral zone. Andrews is there. She sends it up. A little bit of patty cake in the neutral zone, back and forth from these teams, and the Flyers finally send it in deep to the Stars. We got 4:16 in the clock, 3-goal deficit. Lafiere now not able to get it up to Salzburg, but she's got some help from Bucko. Now they get it to Salzburg. Here comes Salzburg. She gains the neutral zone. Flyers able to break that up. They're going to turn it back the other way. Here comes the Flyers. There's a dancing move, but out of her own reach. Ends up on the defense. There's the Flyers. They throw it through some traffic. Ends up at the side of the net. Bucko. She tries a lead pass. Thrown back down into the corner. There's Bucko. She fires it all the way around. Odd kick off the boards. Ends up on the D. Here's an opportunity. Oh, Grahovic not quite able to pick it up. She was in full speed trying to gain the... Here's Bucko. Bucko driving down the right wing. She's got speed, trying to make something happen. Puck ends up loose behind the net. Goaltender's out. We got all kinds of activity, but the Stars not able to gain the puck possession they needed to find the back of the net. 3:17 left. Isaac in behind her own zone. She fires it all the way up to Salzburg. Here comes Salzburg. Salzburg lobs one down with nice draw. Wait. Should be no icing. We got a full, oh, it will be an icing. Sorry, back official called it. Front official didn't. That's always frustrating when you see that. Front official's the one with the front row seat and waving it off, and back official's saying, We're bringing it back to the Stars' end with 3:01 left. We get Elliott out. Yeah, ref helping out Isaac with her equipment. Elliott on the draw with Stanton and Gagne. Elliott wins the draw, sends it in behind the net for Isaac. Isaac picks it up. She's got some speed. Isaac driving up through the neutral zone. Good speed by Isaac. Couple moves by her. Tries to get around. She does. Works her way in. Makes the shot. Almost finds the back of the net. She was thinking 5-hole there, and the goalie got the stick down just on time. Great effort by Isaac to try to make something happen here late. Zone being held by Elliott, using her strength along the wall. Puck ends up spitting across the half wall. Now here comes the Flyers. Flyers try to gain the zone, but it's chipped into an offside with 2:23 left here in the third. Stars gain the possession off the draw, get it into the neutral zone. Gagne's on it now. Flyers look to gain the zone. They chip it in. Back and forth. It's held by Porter. Porter gets it up to her teammate, but just out of her reach. Mason's there to break that up. Gagne, good pressure by her. Ends up on the stick of Mason. Mason tries to find Stanton, just out of the reach of Stanton. Good heads-up play by Mason, though, trying to find that lead outlet pass. 1:42 left. We need 3 goals and 30 seconds a shot. Let's see if we can set a team record here, girls. Let's start with Stanton right now. Gaining the zone. Porter. Here comes Porter again with some wheels. Porter back and forth. Couple moves by her. And the talent of Porter shining once again. She just steps up, looks so calm and collected as she's doing it, and unfortunately faked out our defender. Understandably so, because I thought she was going right. She went back left, and then just roofed one.
Yep, and I thought the defender got the skate in there, but didn't.
Yep.
So the defender did everything right.
Yep. Yeah, Shortino's on the bench going, what just happened there right now? And here comes Simcoe. Let's see if we can get a late goal here for the girls. Simcoe driving in. She's getting cleared out of the crease, and Flyers make the save. They send it up. Here comes the Flyers the other way again. They send it in deep. Andrews gives chase. Andrews. Up the half wall. Thrown in deep. Pace settling down a little bit here. Girls playing a little less urgency with 43 seconds. I think both teams understanding that the likelihood of a 4-goal comeback is slim, but you sure want to see their ladies skate hard to the finish. Especially in round robin play, every goal matters. Let's see if our ladies can find the net one last time. We got Zakaria to take the draw. Lafleur and Andrews on point, and Dulac and Simcoe up front. Here's Dulac. She breaks through. Dulac trying to make her way up the ice. Zakaria's there now. Here comes Zakaria. She moves to the high slot. She gets it over Simcoe, and Simcoe finds the back of the net. Bouncing puck. Solid effort that started down in the Stars' defensive end. Dulac with some great hard work along the boards, breaking free, disrupting the Flyers defender, drives it up the ice, comes through the high slot. Bouncing puck ends up on the stick of Simcoe, and Simcoe finds the back of the net. We got a 1-1 hockey game in the third here, Michael.
And like you said, every goal matters in a round robin play, so that's good.
Yeah.
Right.
Here comes Salzburg. 21 seconds left on the clock here in the third. Isaac takes it in behind the net. Throws it up to the wall. She's trying to find Bako. Now Grahovic trying to get it through. 5 seconds on the clock. This should wind it down. And that'll end the hockey game. Well, folks, we end up at an 8-5 hockey game. 7 goals in the first there. Started off 5-2 in the first period. Then it was a 2-1 hockey game in the second period, and then a 1-1 hockey game in the third period. But our tempo was a fair bit different in the third, I think, both teams.
Yeah, both teams.
Yeah.
And when you look at that first period and you look at the final score, I mean, you realize that the first period was off to a really rough start.
Yeah, I think both teams in the first period lots of urgency, but I'm guaranteed the coaching staff's going to be looking at that saying, you've got a little bit too much urgency and kind of got to settle the nerves a little bit. Lots of back and forth, lots of breaks, and opportunities were created in the high slot there. So, in any event, folks, we are going to be broadcasting from a different rink here. Our next game is at 7:15 tonight. And we look to play a team that, as we mentioned earlier, this is the 52nd ranked team. The one we're playing tonight's, I believe, 104th.
104 or 107.
Yes, that's what it is.
It's the second Penguins elite team.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep, so our order's going to be 107th. And then our third game's 46th for ranking. And then our last game's 106. Everybody makes the quarterfinals. But it'd be sure good to be in the middle of the pack, so you're doing a second place third and a crossover kind of thing.
Yep.
In an ideal situation, so you're not having to play the top team in your own division. So with that, we'll look forward to broadcasting to you good folks from across the globe, and hopefully a different outcome tonight.
Agreed. Thanks, Brody.
Thanks, Michael.
See you guys tonight.
Good job.